Little black book. You know what time it is. 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 Time it is.
Yo, it is Little Black Book, and we're here talking to you about 25 plus and being single. Oh my gosh. What do you mean? What do you mean 25 and plus single? Let me tell you something. Are you mad? Are you mad? Are you lean? We're talking to you about this topic. Listen. So, I am 25 plus. You don't need to know how old I am, okay? I'm 25 plus, okay? And I recently became single. Yeah. Yeah. I want to hear it. Yeah. And, yeah, it's mad. Listen. Do you know the maddest thing about being 25 plus and single? There's a pressure that you can't even explain. I don't know where it comes from. Like, when were you married? Like, I can't explain it. There's a pressure that came upon me, like, okay, so I recently became like single this year, innit? After being in a relationship for quite a lengthy amount of time. I don't really like talking about my relationships upon media. It's like one of those things where I keep to myself, because I feel like the less people that can know about what's going on in your relationship, the more chance your relationship's got to survive. And look at me, I'm now single as a Pringle. What do you mean? It's mad. Now I'm at the age that I'm at, you know what I'm saying? I'm only a couple years away from 30, and I'm thinking to myself, when would I marry? And you know what I'm saying? So being single's been quite interesting this year in 2018, especially being a Christian. I feel like this is the year that God's kind of been like really getting to grips with me, because like the past few years I've always been in a matting. I'm very honest about my journey and walk. This is the first year man's not fornicated. This is the first year man ain't watched pornography. This is the first year man ain't done nothing sexual, cuz. This is the first year, cuz. Woo! We thank the Lord for the growth. We thank the Lord for how we have grown this year. That we are looking at this, like, for real. Some people might think, raw, like, come on, man, like, but this is a big thing for me. Because every year since I've been saved, one thing or more, I've gone on a mad thing somewhere. You understand? So this year, whilst I've been single, I've really been diving into the depths of God and kind of just been trying to understand what being single is all about. And I've understood that, listen, being single is like you're focusing on growing yourself. Like I started reading books. I'm just trying to gain in terms of relationship understanding. I mean, I thought by now, 25 plus, I've already experienced, I'm well versed. I know exactly what I'm doing. You know that when I get into a relationship, I know how to love her. You understand? I know how to caress her emotionally. And so I thought I had it sussed, but it seems like I'm 25 plus and single, and I still don't have it sussed. You understand? It's not making sense in my brain. So it's been a really interesting kind of like time. And I know that I'm sure that I'm not talking about myself when I say that there's a kind of like a hidden pressure within yourself. Like I don't have any of my aunties and uncles saying to me, when will you marry? I don't have any of that. But there's an internal pressure in me in the sense of I thought by now man would be married, man would have a house, man would have kids, and man would be living the lovely, happy family life. But it turns out man's single, no car, no house, still living at my mom's yard, not married. What's going on? Somebody talk to me. God, this is not a plan that I had in my head when I was such a young boy. It's deep in the sense of the fact that I try to think of it in the sense of like, how come I'm in the position I'm in right now? Is it because of poor management? Is it because I was foolish in my dealings? You know what I'm saying? And I guess all of us have to try and rearrange. And I guess we all have this kind of clock that we think we're working against. So like for me, like that clock is 30. It's like when I get to 30, I should be my best career job. I should be flying. I should have kids by then. I should have a lovely wife that I can kiss in the kitchen and say, darling, thank you. And listen, I'm not saying that my wife has to be in the kitchen. I'm just saying I'm trying to picture that perfect image. You know what I'm saying? But right now, man's single and living in my room. You know what I'm saying? And it's not happening the way it's happening. And there is a pressure because we all build a picture in our head of what we think we're going to achieve by a certain age. So right now I'm single, and it's kind of like thinking to myself, this is not what I pictured. This is not what I imagined. Look, God, this is not what we discussed. Okay? You know, when I was talking to you, I'm praying at those early mornings. This is not what I was saying. I was saying, God, bring me somebody that I'm going to love. They're going to love forever. That I'm not going to break up. That I'm not going to lose. But look where I am. I'm here. You understand? And sometimes I deep it and I go to myself. Sometimes I also think to myself, am I am I such a person that is validated by a relationship? And in some shape or form, yes, I am. Let's be real. In some shape or form, because of the society that I've lived in, I am partly, tiny bit, validated by a relationship. Now, I love my Jesus. Jesus is one and only, and I can't wait to meet him in heaven. But it's not good for man to be alone, okay? And if you're burning, you gotta what? Marry. I want to marry. I want to be legal when I'm doing the madness. You understand? I've been doing legal madness. You understand? In the past, so you have to deep it. Like being single is one of those things where I never pictured to be at this age, and that in itself creates its own pressure. And I think as well, in terms of being single, I guess there's a difference between single and being alone, innit? And like what I've understood is that I'm not alone. I'm single, but I'm not alone. So like I spend my time now just kind of chilling with people, talking to people, gaining wisdom, understanding, and just spending time with God. You understand? And really trying to understand, God, what you trying to say to me? Like I want to be whole, so when I get into a relationship, I'm not having to now navigate that particular aspect. You know what I'm saying? Blood. At the age I'm now, like when do I meet the girl that I'm gonna marry? Like, where do I meet her now, B? Like, fam, at work, I'm a Christian, so it's not just you just take any girl home, you know, and not just marry any girl. Like, I need to make sure that she loves God. Like, I need to make sure that, like, yo, G, like, you know what you're trying to do with God, because that's my first priority. Out of everything, my first number one priority is God. So if your first priority is not God, we're gonna have a problem. You understand? And so I've reached that age where I'm like, okay, but where would I meet this girl? I mean, my church right now, there's nobody my age. I mean, I'm one of the only people at my age. What's going on? God, talk to me. Like, I mean, I feel like Elijah right now. I'm looking around, I don't see any beautiful prophets. I don't see any beautiful, prophetesses. What's going on, God? You know what I mean? I'm looking at him, I'm saying, Jesus, you know, you'll listen to the heart of my desires, but right now you're not delivering. You're not delivering what I need. You know what I mean? So I deeped it. There's a pressure there. Like, yo, B, like, am I gonna have to go out and search for a wife? Like, like, and someone might say, well, there's a lot of focus on you, like, to say about being a husband or being a wife. But yeah, there is, because I want companionship. I want that love. I want to love somebody, you know, and feel loved, receiving. You know what I'm saying? Like, God is enough, innit? But God knows that even when Adam was created, that man can't be alone. I understand. You understand? I need the bone of my bone, the flesh of my flesh. Understand? Yeah, you get it. Yeah, I'm smooth. So, like, even that's a pressure. Where do I find this girl? Like, do you know what I'm saying? And that's where I guess the word settling comes in, because you know your value, you know your worth, but you're looking around and going, God, talk to me. What do you mean? What's going on? I mean, I know that I'm a handsome young man. I know that I love you. You know, I know that I put you first. I know that you listen to my heart and my desires, but why? You know, when are you going to produce this thing? When are you going to bring it? I mean, I don't want an Ishmael and Hagar situation where I'm looking at it and I'm going, okay, cool, like, man settling and then making a mistake, and then I finally find the person I'm meant to be with. But because I wasn't patient, I found myself in an Ishmael and Hagar situation. If for those you don't know what a Hagar Ishmael situation is, Abraham was given a promise that he would have a child. He already had a wife called Sarah. Sarah told him, listen, go after Hagar, sleep with her, have a child, and we will have a child. And he did that, and Ishmael became a huge problem, and it was generational. Got the freedom in it, and obviously I can do what I want. I don't consult anybody. You know what I mean? My natural flirty side comes out, and I don't have to rein it in. You know what I mean? I can still be a sweet talker. You know what I mean? Like, baby, you're a cinnamon butterman pie. You know what I mean? You're my spicy banana. You know what I mean? I can say those things, and it's not a beef. That's lovely. And I used to have my own time anyway. Even when I'm in a relationship, I used to go to cinema by myself. I would go walks by myself. I like my own space. So being single wasn't really a tough thing. But I ain't trying to do the pool thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not trying to be Enoch. I'm not gonna lie to you. God, there's some people that are born Enochs, there's some people that are made to be Enochs, but God, that's not me. Yeah, that's not my role. No, that's not my role. I've tasted the fruits and I know that I like it. I can't go back and say I'm gonna be single. You see, I can't do it. It's not my portion. One of the longest things about being single, I think, as well, is the process of getting to know somebody again and allowing somebody in. I think because if you've been in a relationship where if you've been in a relationship where for a lengthy period of time, you kind of deep that raw, like, this is long. No, this is long. I'm sorry. I'm 20 something, and I don't really want to go through this process again of having to get to know somebody again. And if it potentially fails again, it's long. I've wasted more years. You understand? And I think that's one of the hardest things. Thinking about the fact that, yo, time is running out, and I'm gonna spend it with. I might potentially get with somebody again, and it's wasted of time. And I'm sure females are probably watching this thinking to themselves, that's exactly how we feel like. But men do feel this way as well. Or maybe I'm the only male. When we are married, maybe I'm the only male. But I know that, Lord, I know that's the pressure for me. I know that I think about it and go, who can I match up with? Like, someone that's gonna actually understand me. Someone's gonna find me funny. I'm hella funny. I don't give a damn. Are you mad? Are you mad at me? I'm hella funny. You're gonna find me funny, whether you like it or not. Whether you're white, black, a Simpson color, whether you're blue, whether you're, I don't care, whatever color you are, you're gonna find me funny. I'm funny. You know what I mean? You know, you're even laughing now. You're thinking to yourself, what an idiot he is. But you're laughing right now because I'm funny. You understand? It's my turn to do it. So yeah. And that's a whole thing that you think about, like, who will get on with me, who will understand me, who will like me for me, and who's really gonna understand how I operate. You know what I mean? It's long doing that whole process again. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's something that's on my mind. I guess as well, partly in the back of my mind, I do ask that question: have I still got it? Like I said, I came out of a relationship this year, so. Then I guess in the back of your mind you do kind of ask that question, you know, have I still got it, mate? Have I still got the? No, let me not say that. But have I still? Do you know what I mean? Am I still a champion out here, mate? Do you know what I mean? Can man still lay down the game, cuz? You know what I mean? Can man still, you know, make a girl smile out here, mate? Do you know what I'm saying? Make her fall for a man. Do you get me? Not like that, but you know what I mean? Just. Have you still got it enough to draw somebody in, to give them enough intrigue and mystique to bring them into your world and let them want to participate in your world, to get along with you, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that you do think about. It's in the back of your brain, and you know, it's not a simple case, because when you're younger you don't really care. Like your range of how many people what you want to date is completely different. When you get older, you do become I guess you become a bit more picky, and you do become more specific, because you know what you like and what you don't like, and you know what you've experienced. You don't experience that again. For me, it's like I said, I thought I sussed it, but obviously not, because I'm single. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where you have to think about. You do deep it, and you're like, raw, like, man, single again, like, done. Smack than a dunya. I don't want to hit that 30 and still be single. Do you know what I mean? But someone might say, like, focus on, you know, your career and everything. But the thing is, my priority in my life is family. Like, I really love to have a family and just be able to provide, love them, care for them. Do you know what I'm saying? And I guess obviously as well, like, that's something that's deep inside of me. And I think a lot of people may not be totally honest with themselves and say that the reason why they go so hard for career is because that family side, that's let them down in the past, and they don't want to experience that pain. And vice versa also. The reason why I probably want to go so family so much is because I'm not so hype on a career. Maybe I'm not so career ambitionally driven. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of different reasons for different things. How many minutes I got left? 4 minutes left. So I don't know what else I got to do. Yeah, so the last thing I want to say is I'm too old for breakups. Like, the next one I'm doing is done. Like, I'm not trying to get into any other relationship. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do it again. I don't want to have my heart broken. I don't want to feel the pain. When I break up, my heart was crying. I don't want to see my pillow being wet again. You know what I mean? I thought the Lord had done it for me. I thought we were finished. But look who I am. I'm single, sitting in front of a camera, late at night, talking to you because I got no babes. You know what I'm saying? I got no babes. Babe don't want to call me. You know what I mean? So, it's mad. But at the end of the day, it's happened, and you got to deal with it. And I want to encourage you, those of you who are single, 25 plus, listen, God has got a plan. Let me just let you know. Abraham in the Bible, God promised him a child, and it took 13 years. I hope it doesn't take 13 years always to get my babe, but it takes 13 years. And I'm just letting you know, listen, God can do all things. You know what I'm saying? And you may think that you're going to be single forever, but listen, God can do it at any age for you, man. I just pray that it's not at 40, 50, because man wants to enjoy his wife and his what? Youth, baby. Listen, heaven forever. Guys, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Are you mad? Are you mad? Are you lean? Don't stay single as a Pringle if you don't have to. Don't be an Enoch if you're not meant to. You know what I mean? Enjoy yourself. Live life to the largest. Live it to the fullest. Don't fornicate. God doesn't want you to fornicate. Now, let me stop doing things. God don't want you to do it, but stop them things still. And then listen, guys, 25 and single, we are wrapping up. Appreciate you. Bye.